So you want to buy an investment property, but with so many choices out there, how do you know you're actually buying one that's going to be fitting your strategy? In this video, we talk investment property buying checklists. What's up, guys? Today we're talking strategies and checklists. So the most important thing before you actually put your checklist together is to make sure that you understand what your strategy is. Now, there's so many different things that you can be doing. You can be developing, you can be renovating, you can be subdividing, you can be long-term hold, you can be cash flow positive, cash flow negative, all kinds of different things. And so this video isn't about me saying what's good and what's bad. That's up to you to decide for your own personal situation, because what's good for me might be terrible for you and vice versa. This video is all about, once you've decided what strategy you want to go with, putting together a checklist and finding a property that actually suits that strategy. So let's get into it. Now, because I'm not actually sitting next to you right now while you're watching this, I can't really walk into your strategy, okay? But I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Show me yours in the comments, actually. I'd be really interested to hear. So for my checklist that I look for, it needs to have renovation potential, future subdivision potential. I want to be buying below market value and at least well below whatever the median house price is in that area. I also want to be positively geared after the renovations happen. And lastly, I want to see some kind of future upside for capital growth. Now, the future upside for capital growth, whilst that's normally at the very front of everyone else's strategy, for me, it's definitely in there, but it's not at the forefront. Now that I've got those 6 things, I want to actually make a list of what I'm looking for in a property. All right, guys, so I thought the best way to do this would actually be to have a look at properties the way that I would actually look for them right now. So let's just actually open this up. This might take a little bit longer than usual. So one of the things that's really big for me is actually having positively geared properties. I don't personally, again, I know you're probably going to disagree with this in the comments section, but I don't see the point in holding massively negatively geared portfolios. So a few of the areas that I look for that have positively geared properties in South Australia is, let's go Huntfield Heights, Morphett Vale, now, not all of these properties are going to be positively geared. Where are we? Morphett Vale here. Let's check in Christie Downs. And also Noarlunga Downs. Now, in no way am I suggesting these areas are going to be right for you, like I was saying beforehand. This is just one of the things that I'm looking at in mind, but it's more of an exercise to actually just show you how I would actually use a checklist to filter out the stuff that's going to make sense for me opposed to the stuff that's not. Now, again, with positively geared properties and stuff that I can add value to through renovation, I'm going to want to make sure that I don't go above what the median house price. Now, most of the median house prices for these areas are around those kind of high 2s, low 3s, okay? Now, if you're watching this in Sydney, I know that is probably going to be really laughable, but that's why you should totally come over here and invest. But anyway, that's beside the point. What I want to do here is I want to make sure that I'm not having a 300,000 as my top price limit. I want to have something more like 250,000. But just in case there's vendors out there that have got stupidly high price expectations, I'm going to make it that little bit higher and go 275,000. Now, I also always want to tick surrounding suburbs as well, just in case there's anything just outside of it. I'd rather see it and say no to it than not see it and go, why did I miss that? Okay, so let's click search on this, and now straight away we're getting, 610 search results, okay? So we want to narrow this down a little bit further. So let's go to filters over on the right-hand side of the page. And again, if you're using domain, it doesn't matter. Whichever one it is, you're going to have the same kind of options to filter this down a little bit. So we want to go land size. I don't want any kind of little courtyard block, so I'm going to go a minimum 500 square meters. Realistically, I want stuff that's going to be more like 600, 700, 800 square meters, but I'd still rather see it and say no than the other way around. I'm probably going to say it like a million times in this video, but I think it's really true. Now, car spaces doesn't really matter. Bedrooms, not really too fussed, because it could have a 2-bedder that's actually a 3-bedder, but maybe it's got a lean-to that we can get some kind of retrospective approval on later on. So I'd rather see it and say no than not see it at all. There we go again. And otherwise, that's probably about it, really. It's just about the land size. So let's now update. Okay, now we're going to sort through a few blocks of land that are just down under here. Now, we've already seen one here. Now, it's under contract, so it doesn't actually have a price on it, but this is one that's obviously in the range. Now, this one here is actually one that I missed out on. If I had already finished this project, I 100% would have jumped on this property, because this is just under, realistically, where we're talking subdivision-wise. We're looking at 594 square meters. However, this is a property, actually know a bit of history on this, that sold for substantially more than what they're asking now. Asking price of 219,000. And it is an absolute renovator's delight. This is something that needs a lot of love, but it's got a lot of potential. Properties on this same street sell in the lower to mid 3s sometimes. So there's a lot of fat in the deal potentially, as long as the project is actually controlled correctly. So looking at a deal like this is already checking a few of the boxes. Whilst it doesn't exactly have that kind of future development potential, there's still a bit of potential there. We're only a few square meters short of maybe being able to chop that into 2 later on, okay? But so, yeah, not really checking it. 100% got that renovation potential. 100% got that potential for some positive cash flow as well. It's well below the median house price. So this is already ticking quite a few of the boxes. But again, it's under offer, so I missed out on this one. Which is all the more reason, guys, if you find something that's ticking the boxes and you're in the position to buy. Now, again, this isn't financial advice. Talk with your independent solicitor, financial advisor, accountant, whoever you talk to, but don't hesitate, because if it's what you want and it's ticking the boxes for what you need to expand your portfolio, don't miss out and see that under offer sign, okay? So I've seen this under offer because I'm not quite in the position to get the next one just yet. I want to finish this project off before I jump into another one. But my whole point in showing you this is to show you that this is a property that's actually ticked quite a few of the boxes. Maybe not all of them, but quite a few of them. And even if I keep searching, here's another one, under offer as well. Oh, here we go. Looks like Deb's got one. Asking price $235,000. Now minimum block size, we've got 634 square meters. Looks like it's potentially on the high side of the road as well, which is a good thing. Otherwise, let's have a look through the photos. Okay, so this is looking like it needs a bit of love, but it's not like a proper needs love, okay? Now for Huntfield Heights, for this area, this is something that 235, I mean, is potentially meeting that deal, but realistically, you're probably going to want to get that for more, even lower twos, in those kind of 210s. You're possibly 220s, but again, you do your due diligence on this one in more detail. But as a rough-in, this is something that would be worth looking at, because looking through here, it's not looking like it's going to take a lot of effort to actually get that up to another standard. So the next step I'd be doing from here is actually going through an RP Data sales history report to see exactly what the top end of the market's looking like in this specific section of Huntfield Heights. Because there's no point buying something like this for, let's say, even the asking price of $235, and then I put another $20,000, $30,000 into it, plus stamp duty, plus holding costs. We're up to around that kind of $260,000, $270,000 sort of mark, to only get it revalued for $280,000. Seems like it's a bit of a waste of time. I'd need to be making sure that realistically, this is something that could be revalued for around those kind of low threes to actually make it work. Or control the renovation cost better, or actually buy it for less than the 235. Everything's negotiable, guys. The whole purpose of this isn't to find a property right now on this video, but it's to actually just show you that it's really important to have a checklist of exactly what you're looking for. Otherwise, you can just be searching at property thinking, wow, that's great, look at that price, it's really cheap. But maybe it doesn't have any kind of real renovation potential. It's cheap for a reason. Maybe there's structural issues with it that you're not willing to take on. Or whatever the reason is, it's important to be able to find a property and go, actually, you know what? That one ticks this box, this box, this box, this box. Let's investigate. Let's jump on it. Otherwise, it's going to be under contract and maybe you're going to miss out on it when you were ready for it and it did tick all the boxes. Where's my logo gone? Oh, there it is. All right, guys, it is well hot in here today, so I hope that video has been helpful. I got to get out of this jacket and into a pool quick, smart. I hope that video has been helpful, and if you've got any questions, just get in touch with any of the details provided. We always love it when you get interactive with the comments as well. You think this was awesome? Tell us. If you think it was terrible, tell us. We want to make these videos as useful as possible for you guys, and the only way that we can get that is from feedback. So yeah, have an amazing week, guys, and I'll talk to you later. How good was that video? If you like that as much as I obviously do, look at this enthusiasm. That's a lot. Click that subscribe button down below or wherever it is. I think it's around here-ish somewhere. I mean, feeling it out. Or keep watching, actually. You know what? You deserve it. You should relax. You should actually take in a lot more property, awesomeness, pizza, everything that we've got here. That video there would be perfect for you right now. Or even that video there, just as perfect. These are both perfect for you right now. Click them.